This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner.
All right, great friends. What's happening? It is Wednesday afternoon. Today is the 5th of July. Just as we're getting ready to crack the mics to come on radio, TV, YouTube, audio podcasts from the 7 Mile Casino Studios, my man Browner is crunching on. Are those Pringles you're eating? Is that what those are?
Don't do that to me.
What? What do you mean don't do that to you?
Don't do that to me.
Is Pringle a bad thing? Is Pringle like some sort of negative thing that I don't know about?
We could have started this without that. You didn't have to go to that.
Well, dude,
you didn't have to go right into that.
My kids are always like, my daughter in particular, she's like, I can't sit with you while you're chewing. It's just making me sick. And Alex has said to me for years, don't eat on the radio. It's disgusting. And you're just chomping in my ear this whole pre-show.
First of all, we hadn't started anything. We hadn't started. Anybody done nothing? You know what? This is just a distraction. That's all this is. It's just one of your distractions, but it's okay because we're going to get to it. And I got time.
I got absolutely no problem. I got no problem with you thinking it's a distraction. It ain't no distraction. Browner, you can start the show today and feel free, my man. I think Shohei Ohtani is the best player that I'm going to see in my entire lifetime. And he showed up at Petco Park yesterday, and there was a buzz around that ballpark that you could feel watching on TV and following on social media. And the Padres, interestingly, did what Juan Soto said they were going to do the night before. Because after the Padres won the first game, Juan Soto was like, yeah, Ohtani's going to have a hard time with this lineup tomorrow. And I was like, oh, please, you didn't just say that, did you? And then not only did Ohtani get roughed up by the Padres yesterday and have to leave with some blister on his finger in the middle of an at-bat, that's Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani both knocked out in a series against the Padres where the Angels could find themselves falling apart and the Padres could find themselves, lifting themselves back up. And by the way, listen, as much as we talk about how roughed up Ohtani got, how about the performance by Musgrove yesterday? I mean, Musgrove is that guy he is San Diego, and you put him on the mound that day against that guy, dude, it was awesome.
See, y'all need to listen. Because I told y'all, man, when it get real out there, what he gonna do? Did you see any of those big old home runs this weekend? Huh? We seen them this week. You see them big old home runs, y'all? Oh, he lead the league in home runs. Oh, look at his ERA. Look at his strikeouts. Y'all seen any of that this week? Y'all seen that? Y'all seen that this last couple of days? Because I didn't. Y'all see that? Because I didn't see it. Please tell me if you saw it, because I didn't. Huh? As a great man once said, is this your king? Is this your king? Get out of here, bro. Next. I bet Alex won't put those numbers on the screen. Huh? Hello.
I feel like I'm getting attacked right now.
Dude, this was so obvious that it was coming, which is why I wanted to let him have the floor. I mean, look, your answer to your question. Did we see Ohtani mow down the Padres and shut them down? No. Did we see Ohtani hit bomb home runs that resulted in wins? No. Are we watching Browner have a victory lap at our expense? 100% yes. Were we expecting anything less? 100% no. So in the early week analysis, Ohtani did not look great yesterday. Trout knocked himself out with his own swing the day before. And in 2 games, the Padres have come to life finally, which is what I was saying to you guys last week, which is it really looks bleak, but there really is still time. But they got to turn it around. And is it possible? Because I'm not saying it is definitive. Is it possible that the Padres have turned things around or the energy around in 2 games against the Angels? Is it?
Me personally, no, I don't think so. No. I think that they felt that energy. I think they felt whatever was happening in that building, they felt it. And if nothing, they got pride. And they're not going to get shown up in their building by this guy. They just weren't going to allow it. And that's what you saw. All of a sudden, the focus is there. All of a sudden, the attention to detail is there. Now here come the hits. They rose to the occasion. They rose to the occasion for once. I think the pride was bigger than the egos in that clubhouse. And they got together and they did that thing, man. Double digits.
I'm with Browner on everything he said. I'm on board with it because, dude, they got swept by the Pirates last week.
Yes.
They lost two of three to the Reds, who I know are actually turning out to be a pretty good baseball team. And we've seen them win 2 games in a row, 3 games in a row. But you know what they haven't done? They haven't won 4 games in a row ever, all season. So, do I like what I saw the last 2 days? Obviously, it's nice to see Jake Cronenworth do something, Xander do something. It's great.
Well, you mentioned Jake. Let me just have 1 second. The emotion, you talk about rising to an occasion and understanding the moment. When Cronenworth hit the home run off Ohtani yesterday and he's rounding first base and he's, yeah, like you could feel Cronenworth like, I'm not having a good year. Our team's not having a good year. Most people probably thought that Ohtani was going to pull into our building and mow us down on 4th of July in front of a sold-out packed house that feels like a World Series game. Am I exaggerating? Probably because I wasn't there. But I'm just here to say that when Cronenworth, as a viewer, I could feel his emotion. You know, that release of, I just hit a bomb off Ohtani, who most people thought was coming in here and knock us down further. And I'm having a crappy year and they paid me and it hasn't gone so well so far, but I've just validated who I am. I freaking hit a bomb off Ohtani. I was pretty impressive by Cronenworth.
I think you're pretty much describing what the issue with the Padres season this year is, that they don't get up for every game.
Correct.
And they're not in. They lack intensity.
Correct.
Every game. There's not a lot of fight every single game.
Correct.
And that's what's been the number one key of frustration around here, is that we know what they can do. They've done it dozens of times where we've seen this, like, I called it a tidal wave and you laughed at me, Scott, but like when they are on, it is like a tidal wave. Like they have a very potent offense when they decide to be on. The problem is they don't decide to be on every game. And they've said it out loud. They've said it to us publicly. They continue to say it to us publicly. You know, Xander's like, yeah, this is what we can do. This is what we have to do, more often. And it's like, no, how about you do that every day? Because you still have you're 6 games below 500. You're 10 games out of the NL West for first place. You don't have time to not get up for every game. So today, when it's Patrick Sandoval on the mound, I need that same intensity from Jake Cronenworth. I need Xander Bogaerts to come out here and just act like it's Shohei Ohtani. I need Juan Soto to say, I'll shuffle on Sandoval's ass too. Like, we need that stuff every game. Not just when it's Ohtani. Not just when it's whoever else.
I like it. I like what I saw this weekend. I'm with you guys. We've all kind of talked about Bob Melvin and should he be the fall guy in all this? Well, guess what? He's been probably the most honest of everybody, because this whole notion of guys aren't playing with intensity. Like, we ridiculed him weeks ago when he said that. He's the manager, and an experienced manager who got questioned a lot in the last couple of weeks. But maybe he's been right. Maybe he does have his finger on the pulse of his clubhouse. No, not the case, Browner. Not possible.
No.
Not possible.
If anything, two things.
Tell me.
First one about Bob Melvin. all this weekend, all these two games showed me was he has no control on the team. You think all this shows that, he has had a pulse. No, he's a smart manager. He can see what's wrong with them.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is he can't fix it. He can't poke and prod. He can't pat on the back or encourage a guy or kick this guy. He can't do it. Not on this roster, because when they came in, again, with their pride on the line, look at what they did. Look at what they did. He's been telling us this all year. You're correct. There's a lack of focus. There's a lack of attention. These guys aren't ready to play every day. Whose job is that? Theirs. And his, when he sees that he needs to put a little salt or a little seasoning in there. He ain't got it. This is bad. For him, this is bad. Because look at what they did. People are telling us Ohtani's the best thing since sliced bread. And they made him look silly. They made him look below average out there. They made him look below average. This team did. The same team that got swept by the Pirates. The same team that got beat by the Reds. The same team we've been looking at like, what's wrong with these? They can't. Now all of a sudden, Xander Bogaerts can't record an out. Like, where that been? Where has this dude been since the first week of the season? He was unbelievable. Unbelievable. So I'm just asking this question. If Bob Melvin is this guy, if Bob Melvin is the guy, how come we can't get yesterday's effort, yesterday's attention to detail, yesterday's results, not necessarily the number of runs, but yesterday's results more often?
Well, here's the thing. A lot of people believe that these two games thus far are some sort of significant defining moment.
Stop it. We've done this already.
I know.
We've done this a couple of times this year.
But every season has them, and you probably don't know what they really, really are till the end, but you kind of think they are at a period of time. And I'm not confident enough yet to believe that, but maybe winning these games, winning this series, maybe winning against the Mets in the next series, and building a little bit of momentum going into the All-Star break, get these dudes rested and fresh for the second half, and come in, like you say, with feeling like there is no time to waste. Every game has to be playoff intensity, focused, etc. And let's see if they can turn around what has been a terrible first half of the season.
Yeah, these two games provided a lot of hope, the offense, but it's also now highlighting the dumpster fire that is the bullpen. Like,
I mean, they tried yesterday. They tried.
Ooh.
Not only is the bullpen allowing, I think I saw something like at least 3 runs in the last like 9 games. That now it's Michael Wacha on the IL, Yu Darvish hurt. So couple all that together, it's like, okay, I am a little positive about what's happening with the offense, but I don't trust any single person that comes into that from the bullpen.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Tim Hill. Can we not see Tim Hill ever again?
I mean, Luis Garcia has got like a above 7 ERA or something like
Mm-hmm.
that. You just say a name, and even Josh Hader, you know, he's great. Obviously, shout out being an all-star, but you got to get there. You know, you got to get to Josh Hader.
How you like Jose Castillo? You a fan of Jose Castillo's work yesterday?
No,
I wouldn't think so.
No, not a fan.
I wouldn't think so. He got bombed.
Look, man, remember I told y'all during that San Francisco series that they were going to put him in when they didn't need to because, you know, just to get some work. Lo and behold, game 1 of this series. It's going to put him in. He hadn't pitched.
I just don't think they had anybody to pitch. We just had nobody to pitch, man.
Okay. That's fine with me. That's fine with me. But then the next day, you throw him out there again. So let me guess. He's not available today?
He's not available today.
That's so lame.
So listen to me. We get 2-1 in the 9th, and he don't come in and we lose.
Mm-hmm.
Because he pitched on Monday. Well, yesterday the ship was sinking. So they had
who's in a car wash right now?
Not me.
Car wash? I do hear a noise. I do hear a noise outside, I think.
Sounds like
I don't know what it is.
I
Vacuuming.
mean, I guess it's Wednesday, so I'm
No.
pretty sure-
Wednesday guy, landscape guy's already been here today.
Oh.
Pool guy, I think came yesterday. I don't know what it is. I do hear something. I think it's outside. I think so. I mean, usually you guys can hear the birds because I get the windows wide open.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, it's gone now.
Anyway, well, listen, let me do this. We're going to talk a lot today about what we saw the last 2 days. No question about it. So stay with us, everybody. We're in the 7 Mile Casino studios, 7milecasino.com. To everybody that is now watching on Cox Channel 4, I want to remind you, this is how we get this thing done, man. 7 Mile Casino is the title sponsor of our studio. And if you're going to go play cards, blackjack, poker, or table games, go to 7 Mile Casino. Conveniently located 7 minutes south from Petco Park. That's number one. Smoke-free environment, number two. Sammy's Restaurant and Bar, which is Sammy's Woodfire Pizza inside the casino. Chef of the Year, best brunch of South County. The resume is there, man. So if you are a great friend, if you are a viewer, if you are a listener, 7 Mile Casino is the place to be, 7milecasino.com. Guys, the reason I wanted to mention that is we're coming off a 4-day weekend with the 4th of July. And I'm really like irritated by the 4th of July. I got to be honest with you. Not with the holiday and the spirit of the holiday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very irritated by Tuesday. And here's why. Because you see, most people you would think would celebrate, they'd have a 4-day weekend. Because why are you going to go back to work Monday to have off Tuesday to go back to work Wednesday? Okay, that's what we did. But yesterday, I was thinking to myself, why are we going back to work tomorrow? This is kind of like the day after the Super Bowl, where you really need the day after to be the holiday. Like the 4th of July is an eating, drinking celebration of a holiday. And the day after the 4th of July should be part of the national holiday. And I'm telling you right now, going forward, if ever again there is a 4th of July that is on a Tuesday, I'm taking off Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and I may even take the whole week off. And I blame the federal government 100%.
Oh my God.
For real,
man. Why can't we celebrate the 4th of July just on a Friday?
You gonna take the whole week off?
Dog, I think working Monday, not working Tuesday, coming back to work on Wednesday, and finishing out the week is worse, because in my opinion, the only 2 days of the week that are going to be productive for people are going to be Thursday and Friday. And during the summer, people are usually less productive on Thursday and Friday. So in my opinion, this whole freaking week is shot.
I mean, we could take the rest of the week off. I have no problem.
Okay, we can't do that.
But I will say,
what do you think about my opinion? What do you think about my opinion here, Alex?
Well, you know what I think about your opinion. You know that I'm on board. I didn't want to work this week at all, but I'm a team player. Secondly, I will say what you see right now, with 0 drops of alcohol yesterday, by far the worst I've ever felt doing a show physically.
Come on. Even after you had original COVID in 2020.
COVID, hangovers, whatever you want.
OG COVID too.
You know what I got right now?
No, what you got?
I've never had this in my entire life. I'm on 30 minutes of sleep.
What happened?
What the dog do now?
Okay, first of all, fireworks till 2 a.m. Like where are we doing, guys? Like I can hear the Big Bay Boom in North Park. I can hear SeaWorld. I can hear Mission Bay. I can hear TJ. I can hear everything, right? I'm just in this, there's an echo chamber directly to my building. And my dog, like a lot of other dogs, not a fan.
Doesn't like fireworks.
Doesn't like the banging, the boom. So close all the windows, give her a little CBD. She's all right. But bro, I'm telling you, fireworks, 2 a.m, just boom, boom, boom. So she's up and around. I can't sleep because there's fireworks going off still. And I don't know what happened to me. 30 minutes of sleep.
Dude, after midnight is the 5th of July.
Yes.
So please, people, be considerate to your neighbors. Yeah. But I will just say this. 30 minutes of sleep and you're struggling, huh? Like being up for 24 hours. This is really like a problem.
Yeah. I feel like I look like crap, and I
No, you look great. No, you look terrific. No, you look great.
If you have any form of fireworks,
Mhm.
listen to me and listen to me clearly.
Listen to my man.
When the sun goes down on July 4th,
Yeah.
it is like no. Hear me out. This is me. You have until the sun comes up to shoot them things off. Okay.
Oh, shoot them junts. Shoot them
You-
junts.
As
I don't
long
know.
as
To me, I'm with
it's
Scott.
dark, let them
Yeah.
go.
But Brown,
Light up
just
the
to gi-
night.
But Brown,
Midnight.
just to give you guys an example though. But here's the thing. Like last night, we got done with fireworks. We watched the fireworks from the Del Mar Fair, which by the way, I'm going to tell you about in a second. I don't want to give away my secrets, but I'll tell you about it. But we watched those fireworks, and then we were like, well, where are we going to go? And when we got anywhere, 9:00 at night on Tuesday, everything was shut down.
Well, yeah.
And I was like, you see, dude, this is, and I got a good night's sleep and I feel great today. But seriously, Tuesday, 4th of July, that's going to have to change. All right, stick around, everybody. We're in the 7 Mile Casino Studios. We're on radio and on TV and on YouTube and on all the different audio podcast platforms. We're the easiest people to find. This is Kaplan and Crew.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew Tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and YurView, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Dominating the SoCal radio airwaves for over 20 years. Join Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner for Kaplan and Crew every Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. Only on the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the mightier1090.com.
There's far too many people suffering on the streets, and so we're about helping people find that bright and immediate and safe and healthy pathway off the streets. Our mission is to alleviate the suffering of homelessness throughout San Diego County. We raise money to fund, activate, or lead high-impact homelessness programs, and there's close to 20 different employment and job training programs that we've funded. In 2023, addressing and reducing youth homelessness is one of our primary focus areas. And so we work with Urban Street Angels on a number of strategies and programs. We work with the Youth Assistance Coalition because they're organizations that make impact. We're never going to solve it, but we can meaningfully reduce it and help a heck of a lot of people by raising money to fund and activate a multitude of programs that are tangible and can be quantified and meant to alleviate suffering now, while simultaneously pushing on government to help accelerate their efforts.
Cox Communications and the San Diego County Office of Education salute the 2023 San Diego County Teachers of the Year. Cox presents Salute to Teachers. Be inspired by their stories and celebrate their accomplishments in a 30-minute education special. Watch Cox present Salute to Teachers only on YurView.
Since 1975, San Diegans have trusted the Murray-Lampert family for their home remodeling projects. We continue our commitment to deliver high-quality home remodeling and construction to our customers without an expensive showroom.
When you're adding companion units or ADUs to bring value to your home, our team has the experience to handle everything. Plus, our strong relationships with the city makes adding on easier for homeowners.
Visit murraylampert.com for your consultation.
Here at our New Teeth Now Center in San Diego, we specialize in reconstruction and giving patients back their teeth in the same day. We have a center where not only you have oral surgeons trained in surgery doing your procedure, but at the same time we have trained lab technicians in-house. We have general anesthesiologists to help you with your anesthesia. And we're able to bring everything in-house to recreate patients' smiles. Our specialty really is zygomatic implants. This procedure allows us to really deliver teeth to patients who otherwise have been told they would never receive teeth in their life.
Thanks to New Teeth Now, I love my smile. I don't even feel really different. The proof is right here.
For our patients who have been apprehensive about coming back into dentistry, we want to tell you that we are the premier center to take care of you here. We want to make sure that we are well taken care of from the first minute you call us to the minute you come and meet us for a consultation.
I can smile, I can laugh. It's brought me back, and I'm so thankful for that.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew Tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and YurView, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Listen to The Mike Greenberg Show, 7 to 9 a.m. Pacific, Monday through Friday. Greeny brings his unmatched depth of sports knowledge, fun, and entertainment back to ESPN on a daily basis. The Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and themightier1090.com. We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew Show on the Mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
This is the Rugby Odds, where an unlikely pundit panel of a wordsmith, a WWE legend, a rugby star, and a supermodel scour the globe, seeking best bets and bad behavior. Are you not entertained?
My favorite thing about teaching would be just seeing the growth and the potential of the kids and just kind of letting them explore creative thinking, creative thought, and creative projects.
Me and my dad went to Patrick Henry High School, and we have other team members who also went to Patrick Henry, and their kids went to Patrick Henry.
Rachel was one of my students, and during my graphic design class, she actually developed a redesign of the Murray Lampert logo, which is how I learned about Murray Lampert. Early on, she showed a lot of just kind of a awareness of design.
We've been very active in especially the San Diego Unified School District. I was on one of the boards for a few years. We've participated in middle school in Patrick Henry. A few years ago, we donated the baseball scoreboard, which felt really good because that's where my son played baseball. When the engineering department needed support, we donated for models for the kids in architecture class to build actual framed models.
Murray Lampert donated a big marquee, digital marquee, and every morning I see that on my way into the classrooms. It's extremely important for communities and companies to invest in the students. When they do, bad behavior goes down, student achievement goes up. When companies give back to the students just, they feel a part of something bigger. They feel part of a community. They feel like somebody has invested in them.
Teachers are very important, and it's important that they get what they need in their classrooms, and we've really been part of that. We're really looking forward to being involved with the Salute to Teachers that's coming this year, and we hope to make that an annual event.
The philosophy of integrity here at Murray Lampert is always doing the right thing, even when someone isn't looking.
The San Diego Children's Discovery Museum is a children's museum that serves San Diego County. Our area of focus is children between the ages of 0 to 10, but primarily 0 to about the ages of 7. We teach children in an informal, experience-based environment, specifically foundational fluencies, social-emotional learning, and purposeful play. We started PNC Grow Up Great in 2004. It is now a $500 million bilingual early education program, all focused on reaching young children from birth to age 5, with a particular emphasis on reaching low and moderate income children to help prepare them for school and life.
And we've been looking for partners, and that's how we got to the San Diego Children's Museum. They specifically have a new mobile unit where they bring STEM-related educational services to kids that can't make it to the museum.
We both believe in bringing innovative platforms of learning to children all over the county.
I think I'm going to build the castle.
Here at our New Teeth Now Center in San Diego, we specialize in reconstruction and giving patients back their teeth in the same day. We have a center where not only you have oral surgeons trained in surgery doing your procedure, but at the same time we have trained lab technicians in-house. We have general anesthesiologists who help you with your anesthesia. And we're able to bring everything in-house to recreate patients' smiles. Our specialty really is zygomatic implants. This procedure allows us to really deliver teeth to patients who otherwise have been told they would never receive teeth in their life.
Thanks to New Teeth Now, I love my smile. I don't even feel really different. The proof is right here.
For our patients who have been apprehensive about coming back into dentistry, we want to tell you that we are the premier center to take care of you here. We want to make sure that we are well taken care of from the first minute you call us to the minute you come and meet us for a consultation.
I can smile, I can laugh. It's brought me back, and I'm so thankful for that.
Over 1,000 young people are without shelter in San Diego every night. The Lucky Duck Foundation is here to change that.
They're my structure. I feel like I had a safe haven, I had a family, even though they're not blood, they were there for me. By getting all the support that I have today, I feel like my future is going to be better than ever. I'm currently going to school and employed.
Donate today at LuckyDuckFoundation.org to provide housing, education, employment, and hope.
Please share your luck.
Episcopal Community Services is a wonderful organization here in San Diego. We have programs in early childhood education and development, substance use disorder, and transitional housing here in San Diego. Our mission is to break barriers and transform communities through these programs rooted in our tradition of action, faith, and God. We have 6 programs here at ECS. Accord DUI is a program that strives to reduce folks from driving under the influence of alcohol. The Central East Regional Recovery Center is our outpatient program to help folks on the road to recovery. Our Head Start and Early Head Start programs aim to break cycles of poverty within the family. Para las Familias aims to help break cycles of trauma within our community. Uptown Safe Haven strives to ensure that adults struggling with homelessness find supportive, secure housing. Our Sea Heart Safe Haven aims to help adults struggling with addiction find permanent supportive housing. For anyone looking for more information, please visit our website. Thank you so much for your support.
We're adopting dogs from local shelters, training them for post 9/11 combat veterans, and we're able to donate these trained dogs to deserving veterans in need. Service dogs can range anywhere from $15,000 to $35,000, $40,000. And for someone getting out of the military that's seeking support and help, having that sort of price tag is daunting. So we really wanted to be able to support the veterans to make sure that they're getting a dog that they need in their life at no charge.
You know, I was in a very dark place. I was having suicidal thoughts, and I really needed an immediate help. We don't know if tomorrow is going to be there for us. So I found Shelter the Soldier online, and I reached out, and somebody contacted me within 24 hours. And in the next couple of weeks, I was already in the program meeting dogs.
YurView Community Spotlight is brought to you by Bill Howe Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Flood.
My favorite thing about teaching would be just seeing the growth and the potential of the kids and just kind of letting them explore creative thinking, creative thought, and creative projects.
Me and my dad went to Patrick Henry High School, and we have other team members who also went to Patrick Henry, and their kids went to Patrick Henry.
Rachel was one of my students, and during my graphic design class, she actually developed a redesign of the Murray Lampert logo, which is how I learned about Murray Lampert. Early on, she showed a lot of just kind of a awareness of design.
We've been very active in especially the San Diego Unified School District. I was on one of the boards for a few years. We've participated in middle school in Patrick Henry. A few years ago, we donated a baseball scoreboard, which felt really good because that's where my son played baseball. When the engineering department needed support, we donated for models for the kids in architecture class to build actual framed models.
Murray Lampert donated a big marquee, digital marquee, and every morning I see that on my way into the classrooms. It's extremely important for communities and companies to invest in the students. When they do, bad behavior goes down, student achievement goes up. When companies give back to the students just, they feel a part of something bigger. They feel part of a community. They feel like somebody has invested in them.
Teachers are very important, and it's important that they get what they need in their classrooms, and we've really been part of that. We're really looking forward to being involved with the Salute to Teachers that's coming this year, and we hope to make that an annual event.
The philosophy of integrity here at Murray Lampert is always doing the right thing, even when someone isn't looking.
Welcome back. This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, John Browner, and Alex Padilla.
All right, great friends. Hey, man, we're glad you guys are all with us. It's Kaplan and Crew with Grande and the Brown Man. It's Wednesday afternoon. It's the 5th of July. If you're just getting with us on radio, TV, YouTube, audio podcast, social media. I was just lodging my complaint to the federal government about 4th of July being on a Tuesday. Man, that's some boll weevil is what that is right there. For real. Like Saturday, Sunday, back to work Monday, off Tuesday, back to work Wednesday, when Tuesday is one of those holidays where people are drinking and partying. I went down to Encinitas. I said down. I went up to Encinitas on Sunday just to see what was going on. I e-biked up. Dude, the beach was slammed packed with people who'd been there all day, with people who set up tents so they could be there for the day. The volleyball courts in Encinitas were going crazy with some volleyball tournament. They called it the 4-man, and it was like 3 dudes and a girl on every team. And it was a great volleyball tournament to sit there and watch for just a little bit while you're taking in some sun. And I e-biked down the streets, man, and I was getting into Cardiff, and I could see the people on the beach, and people were partying. They were in the campgrounds. And this is just my experience. I'm sure PB was nuts. Mission Beach, I'm sure, was crazy. Just 4th of July, people party. So again, complaint is you can't have the 4th of July on Tuesday without giving people off Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. You have to have a 3-day because you can't go back to work Monday, get the day off Tuesday, party all day Tuesday, go to work Wednesday. 4th of July on a Tuesday has to be Monday through Wednesday, because then people are only going to be productive Thursday, Friday, and they're even less productive Thursday, Friday during the summer. Friday's pretty much a non-day. Dude, this week's shot.
Okay, so let's plan ahead.
Okay.
Next year, July 4th, so it's a leap year, so it's on Thursday.
Oh, okay, that's easy.
So it's just Thursday, Friday off.
That's a done deal.
Done.
Mark your calendars.
All right.
All right, good.
Cool.
Hey, I want to shout out real quick to everybody tuning in on Cox Channel 4, part of the Cox YurView network throughout the state of California. Look, we're on in our hometown, San Diego, but we're also on Channel 118 in Orange County and LA, and Channel 4 in Santa Barbara. And the reason I just want to shout out to all the viewers is because, truth be told, man, before the Padres and this whole Bally Sports thing blew up, we were on TV every night from 7 to 8 p.m., but not as many people were seeing us. Now, because the Padres have come to Channel 4, come home to Channel 4, all of a sudden, there are people every single night sending me texts from bars and restaurants around San Diego County who left the TV on Channel 4 after the Padre game ended, and there we were. Shout out to the champ, Paul Vaden, who yesterday hit me up and told me that he was having dinner. He only eats 1 meal a day, the champ, 1 meal. And he said he was eating dinner and he was watching the show and he almost lost his 1 meal of the day. And I said, champ, what were we talking about? Because yesterday was a best of show. So what were we talking about, champ? He said, you were telling the story about the day that you had the chorizo burrito and you had to walk home 2 miles after the chorizo burrito. And at about the quarter-mile mark of the walk, with 1.75 miles to go, and a warm day, I was having to squeeze super tight to keep it in. And then, Browner suggested I just walk off the trail and get into the bushes and just throw up on the spot, but it wasn't coming from here. You know what I'm saying? So the champ said, you almost made me throw it all up. He was eating his 1 meal a day. So shout out to the champ. Shout out to all the bars and restaurants around San Diego that are putting Padre games on your bar, on Channel 4, leaving the TV on and keeping us on. I feel like very 2023 Ron Burgundy-esque. I feel like, people were watching Ron Burgundy say, go F yourself, San Diego. They were all in a bar, but they all cheered for him at the end when he was the hero. We are back, baby. Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
So
how you feel about that, Brown?
First and foremost, more us, okay? More us, more life, more us on TV, more us around everywhere. There ain't nothing ever been wrong with more us. That's how I feel.
So how does it work today? The Padres play at 5:40.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen today. This is going to be very interesting. And for everybody that's been a long-time great friend, I think you guys are going to love this. Here's what's going to happen today. Padres play at 5:40. we now are going to produce a very short pre-game podcast. So we're going to be on from, I want to say 5 to 5:15 today on Channel 4 San Diego. Okay, so if you're listening on radio right now, check this out because today's going to be the debut. 5 to 5:15, we're going to be on Channel 4 San Diego. Then the game's going to play. Then after all the post-game stuff, I do believe we come on after the game with a bigger audience and a longer format. The first show, the early show, which is going to precede the Padre games, that's on just on Cox Channel 4 for Cox cable subscribers. It's about 225,000 homes in the county. Later, after the game, when we expand Channel 4 and it's on Cox and Spectrum cable, then it goes to about 750,000 homes in San Diego County. So between the pregame podcast from 5 to 5:15 and the postgame podcast, dude, we're going to be on, 750,000 homes. That, by the way, under normal circumstances, weren't watching Channel 4 as frequently, but now because the Padres are there, so are the people. So shout out to everybody who's watching, all the bars and restaurants that are keeping us on, people who are seeing us going, holy yes, there's Kaplan and Crew.
Yes.
Yeah. Appreciate y'all.
So are we reading lineups today? Are we, breaking down the pitching matchup? We're going to talk about, like X's and O's, OPS,
No.
WAR, WRC plus?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. We doing what we do. How's that
Gotcha.
sound, Brown? That sounded pretty cool, huh? We doing what we do. Mo of us. We gonna drop that junt today. Yeah. Yeah.
It was okay at the end. You had it was holding up until the end. It got a little shaky at the end.
All right.
Well,
Well,
we
listen,
are San Diego's favorite pregame show.
we are all of a
Clearly.
sudden, aren't we? Aren't we?
Clearly.
Yeah. I know. It's the weirdest damn thing in this business, how things go round and round. When I got to San Diego in 2001, Billy Ray and I got on the radio on 690. By October of 2002, they were already firing us, not because of poor performance, but because they were moving 690 to LA. As I was going to battle to try and keep my job with 690, John Lynch called me and said, we're going to start 1090. You in? I said, yeah, count me in. We started 1090. That was probably November of 2002. We started 1090 March of 2003. Prior to the start of 1090, though, the Super Bowl was in San Diego. This is 2002-ish. And Channel 4 San Diego was the spot, man. Channel 4 had the Padres, and Channel 4 taught the NFL Network back in those days how to take media day from just a bunch of writers scribbling notes to turning into a live television presentation. Channel 4 San Diego built that. What you see now as media day at the Super Bowl, built here in San Diego by a San Diego company. So all these years later, 2003, when we're getting ready to start 1090, John Lynch sent me down to Petco Park, which wasn't even built yet. I mean, it was literally, there were guys welding and there were rusty poles that hadn't been used in a couple of years because there was all that litigation back then. And Lynch sent me down to Petco Park. I parked in the outfield, which was a dirt lot. I put on a hard hat and I walked through the construction of the stadium with a guy by the name of Bob Visas. Bob was like the CEO president of the Padres because he was John Moore's, the owner at the time. That was his lawyer. And I was sent down there to ask Bob to not sign a radio deal with then Clear Channel, which is now iHeart, because we were putting 690/1090 back on the air. So Lynch had me like as an undercover agent using my relationship with this gentleman, Bob Visas, to go down, see the construction of the ballpark at the time, where it was, call it 45% built, and to say, hey, don't sign a media deal. Obviously, what happened thereafter was 1090 goes on the air, Padres and 1090 get into business, and that lasts from 2003 until 2000, call it 18-ish. So a good 15-year run. And then when you think about Channel 4 and the way they had the Padres back then, and 1090, how 1090 had the Padres for all those years. And now all these years later, man, after 1090 goes down and we bring it back, with the help of Bill Hagan and crew, right? And now we get on Channel 4. Not that many people are watching at the time, frankly, between 7 and 8 p.m. I guess apparently a lot of people like Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy. And now the Padres are back on Channel 4. We're back on the radio on 1090. We're on Channel 4. And we're all kind of melding together again. How do you like that, man?
I like it a lot. We haven't answered their question, though.
Whose question?
Cox's question.
What do they want to know?
Are we also going to do weekends?
Haven't decided, but my inclination is we should, because I think people will be watching those games maybe even more.
Maybe.
And I think that while we have the opportunity, because here's I'm going to just take a stab here. I doubt the games will be on Channel 4 next year. Just a guess. I don't know jack squat. Nobody's talked to me. I'm going to guess they're not going to be on next year. My inclination is let's take this opportunity to be on TV as much as we can be.
Hey, man. Look,
what do you think?
Your song comes on,
yeah,
get on the dance floor.
Well, you know what it is? I did all the work this weekend. It's 33 games, 33 home games, including that's including weekends. So that would give us 33 Padre pregame TV shows to produce.
Exactly.
Dude, I say no problem. Now, we got to sell it. We got to try and make some money with it. And I'm thinking about that. But I mean, we're just going to get started today and we're just going to roll with it. And then we'll get into the second half of the season. Hopefully in the next week or so, we'll find a killer sponsor that understands the value of all this. And hey, man, let's do it. I'm down for Saturday and Sunday too. I really am. I know, Alex, that might be asking a little much, isn't it?
For try to get this guy to work another day that's not on the schedule. He's gonna do it. He's not gonna, he ain't gonna have his fastball. He's gonna be throwing changeups.
I'm gonna feel like I feel today, probably.
All right, listen.
Give him an energy sponsor.
Hey, listen, let me do this. Let me have a second here to mention one of our sponsors, and then let's get back to what happened this weekend. Shout out to my guy, Gary Cooper, Mountain Trust Realty Services, 858-376-1299, 858-376-1299. Funny, just telling a little bit of, history stories there about, 2003 and going down to Petco Park when it wasn't even really built and getting, the Padres and 1090 together back then. It's been about that long that Gary Cooper's been with us, man. I mean, when we put 1090 on the air in 2003, 20 years ago, Gary Cooper was one of our original sponsors. 858-376-1299. We've known this guy 20 years. Done a lot of deals, a lot of transactions. Billy Ray, me, refinances for both of us, sale. And then there's Alex. Goes from renter to buyer, and it was reality radio. We played it all out here for everybody to see. And even when there were snags along the way and it was like, oh, this deal could be in trouble, Gary got it done. He did. So you need him. You got him. 858-376-1299. You're thinking about buying or selling right now. Buying in particular, you kind of think, oh, geez, I'll never be able to buy a home in San Diego. I'll never have the money for a down payment. There are programs for you. Call Gary. Let him talk to you about it. 858-376-1299. All right, back to it. So, Browner, I knew you were coming for us today.
You knew.
I knew you were coming for us. I mean, the fact is that we sit here and talk about Ohtani and how great he is, and we show the strikeout totals and, 7 innings and 10 strikeouts and home run here or 2 home runs, leading the league in home runs. And the fact of the matter is this. In the 2 games so far between the Padres and the Angels, Ohtani, he hadn't really done anything. And then yesterday had to leave the game in the middle of an at-bat because of a blister on his finger. And so what kind of blows my mind here a little bit is Mike Trout went out 2 days ago, like by over swinging in some weird way. Here, we're watching it right now. That swing right there broke a bone in Mike Trout's hand. And then what Alex was previously showing was a pitch, a wild pitch, and he comes out right after. This whole series to me, thus far through 2 games anyway, has been one of the most fun series I can remember since maybe the Dodgers series last year. Yesterday, Ohtani throws a ball. Tatis hits a pop fly to center field. It looks like it's going out, and the kid who comes underneath and catches it is Mickey Moniak. You have the best player in the world from Japan, one of the top players in the world from the Dominican Republic, and you have the center fielder making the play from La Costa Canyon High School. First overall pick. I mean, I love this series.
So we just gonna act like another strange, unexplainable, weird-looking injury for Mike Trout. Like, he just got hurt. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do with that. That's what we're gonna do with that, huh?
What do you make of it?
suspicion. No
Suspicion
suspicion that
about
he has
what?
another weird, odd injury that is really abnormal.
Suspicion
No?
about what,
All
though?
right.
What should I be suspicious
Cool.
about?
So we're just gonna sit here and act like Ohtani didn't tap out. That's what we doing.
Ohtani tapped out?
Just tapped out. It was too tough for him.
Oh,
Too
really?
tough for him. He's just whatever. People won't think less of me. I'm leaving.
Yeah,
I'm getting my stuff. I'm going home. I'm leaving.
I wasn't suspicious of Trout, and
Hmm.
I didn't think that Ohtani quit.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it is pretty crazy to think that 2 All-Stars. I mean, Trout's got 11 All-Star teams, 2 All-Stars, and one guy that might be the richest player in the history of the game. Both guys don't make it out of an at-bat. I mean, one is a hitter, one is a pitcher.
You forget about Rendon too yesterday.
Yeah, I did.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
I did forget about Rendon.
Yeah,
I
he
did.
took a foul ball off.
That's for real.
Yeah.
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 That's
So
for
literally
real.
yesterday, I think they placed Mike Trout on the IL like 11:30 in the morning,
Mhm.
and then Rendon goes out with that injury, and then Ohtani goes out with his finger injury, even though he's still
Mhm.
going to hit today.
Mhm.
But yeah, and then I think they placed Brandon Drury on the IL on Monday. Yeah, the Angels are falling apart right
Yeah.
before they have to make the biggest decision of the organization's history.
Mhm.
Like, do
And
we
this is
trade
what I'm
this
gonna
guy
say.
or not?
Yeah, I know.
And this is what I'm going to tell y'all. This is the last time you would have seen the Angels as currently constituted. This in Petco. Game 1, Trout, Ohtani, Rendon. All 3 of those dudes will not be back post All-Star break. They won't be. They won't be. Because if you're the Angels, unless you have a 100% solid commitment that he's going to re-sign with you, you got to move him. You got to, because look where you're at in the standings. Mike Trout will not be back for 4 to 6 weeks, they say.
Yeah.
There's no telling how long Rendon's out, because that looked really, really painful. So let's say Rendon's out another 3 weeks. So now it's literally just Ohtani in that lineup, and now he's got a blister, a boo-boo, allegedly.
You don't
It's
buy it,
time.
huh? You
Come
don't
on,
buy
bro.
it.
Come on, bro.
Hey, listen, I can tell you right now, we can talk all about Ohtani. We can and we can talk about Trout getting hurt, your suspicions of Trout, Rendon as well. But I'll tell you right now, the guy who needs to be like shouted out here is Joe Musgrove, because Joe Musgrove is one of those guys that he is the Padres. He is San Diego. And just like last year when you had to have him in New York against the Mets, he showed up. And same goes against the Dodgers. If I have my memory correct. My point is that he's your guy. He is the San Diego guy. He's not just, the ace of their staff and hey, he's from Japan or he's from, some other part of the country or world. He is your hometown guy. When you have to win a big game, when Ohtani's pitching on the other side, when there's a playoff buzz, Musgrove's your guy. And Musgrove yesterday, 7 innings, only 3 hits and 11 strikeouts.
Yep.
Joe Musgrove been on fire. I mean, Blake Snell was the pitcher of the month in the National League, but Joe Musgrove, that $20 million we argued about last year, bargain.
It's very good.
He's been good lately. He's had a solid year. He's paid adequately. That ain't no bargain. Come on now, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah,
I get it.
I gotta go with Browner on that one.
You're riding the wave. Yeah, you're riding the wave. I get it. You had a good outing.
He's a frontline starter. 20 million's good, man.
That's
20
about
million's good.
right.
Yeah, I'm
That's
not
about
saying
right.
he's underpaid. I'm not saying he's overpaid. I'm just saying last year
You
we
just
argued
said
about
he was
it.
underpaid.
No, I'm saying he's a bargain. I'm saying he's good. He's a
That's
reliable guy.
underpaid.
I think it's good value for both parties.
Yes.
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 But I'm just
That's
saying,
fair.
Joe Musgrove is if there's one guy you want on the hill, that's
in
my
baseball
guy.
or on this team?
On this team.
Oh, okay. Give me Blake Snell.
Alex, who you want?
Oh, you Musgrove. Come on now.
I mean,
come on.
Give me Blake Snell.
I mean, what Blake is doing is great, but it's it's contract year. It's no surprise.
Well, yeah. Last year was a contract year for Joe.
Yeah, but
And
Joe's carried it over. Yeah,
he's still doing it.
Come on.
All right.
Listen,
Musgrove's
man.
one of those.
Blake. Don't do that to Blake. Come on, man. Y'all know Blake
Don't
was
do
good
what?
before he got here.
Don't do what? Don't do what? Don't do what? The
Best
fact that
sixth
it's a
inning pitcher in the
contract year
world.
and he's pitching out of his mind.
How about Soto?
What?
How about Soto? Should you not do that to Soto? It's a contract time.
No,
Not
it's
year
years.
necessarily.
It's a contract time.
You're building towards next year.
Listen, trade him too.
You want to trade Juan Soto?
I need pieces now. We need pieces.
All right.
We having
All right.
problems. This shit.
All right, hold on, everybody. We're in the 7 Mile Casino studios, 7milecasino.com. I mean, we're just scratching the surface. We're just getting rolling. Stick around. This is Kaplan and Crew.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew Tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and YurView, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Locally owned and operated, not some bland, uninspired, corporate, cookie-cutter radio station crap. We simply say to those stations, you. The mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
Murray Lampert now brings architectural and interior design to a whole new level for your remodel, ADU, or whole house build.
We're truly a team at Murray Lampert Design, Build, Remodel, and we don't take that lightly.
Visit murraylampert.com.
Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community. Watch Doing More Sunday night at 6 on YurView or stream it online at YurView.com. Doing More is brought to you in part by Episcopal Community Services, breaking barriers, transforming communities.
When you're adding companion units or ADUs to bring more value to your home, our experience plus our strong relationship with the city makes adding on easier for our homeowners.
At Murray Lampert, we listen to you first, then design and build. Visit murraylampert.com.
If you're going to count yourself as a fan of this radio station, you'll need to continuously ask yourself one basic question. Am I listening enough? Pro tip, wives are not a good source for input on this. This is the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio.
When you're adding companion units or ADUs to bring more value to your home, our experience plus our strong relationship with the city makes adding on easier for our homeowners.
At Murray Lampert, we listen to you first, then design and build. Visit murraylampert.com.
We're here at Teacher Appreciation Night, in which all the district teachers of the year that are running for County Teacher of the Year next year are here with us, as well as the reigning County Teachers of the Year. And they're fortunate enough to bring us down onto the field for the first pitch.
We're celebrating all teachers in the San Diego County, and so it's an honor to represent San Diego Teacher of the Year.
My dad, I grew up with him and a huge Padre fan, and so this is one of those moments that means a lot to both me and him.
We have so many great fans in the audience as well, children, families. It's a huge honor.
Thank you, Padres!
From New York City comes America's longest running and most popular rugby show. The biggest names in Major League Rugby, MLR highlights, and big match previews. Rugby Wrap-Up presents MLR Weekly, made in New York City.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
Inspire